Hey people, it's Memory Sun here, where Sun becomes one with you and you become one with the new world around you. Today I'm coming to you with a very debatable topic in the fragrance community and in the fragrance world in general. And it's actually a very important topic to beginners, to people that are just getting into the hobby, that are just getting into the passion and this love, and that are starting to buy fragrances much faster in a much bigger volume. And today I'm going to try to explain blind buying to you and its essence through what I actually think and through what I actually feel. And what actually helped me is the theme that I'm actually wearing today is an Oriental mystic. That's why I'm dressed like this. I'm trying to portray this mysticism that scent, that smell actually is. Well, the Middle East, the Orient, the Middle Eastern people, in general, actually, the whole of Asia, they are very spiritual and they're mystics, which is actually the point of this whole concept. It's delving into it completely, giving in your body, giving in your soul, giving in your mind, and realizing what you read, what you smell, and thusly becoming one with scent. And that actually helps you make a decision in blind buying, which is the whole idea of the concept. That's the whole journey. That's the whole adrenaline rush. Not just adrenaline rush, the feeling that you get when you do research, when you read those notes, when you read that story that fragrance is supposed to tell. That is what helps you make a decision in purchasing the fragrance at hand. And that is actually what got me into this world of scent, this mysticism of scent and fragrance in general. That's what made me delve into the YouTube world, delve into reading. That's really solidified me, my soul, and my mind as a person of fragrance. And actually, a whole third of my collection is blind bought, and I have the fragrances here, and I'm gonna show you in chronological order actually what I blind bought myself. And I'm actually planning to do separate reviews of the fragrances that I'll just show you. So the first fragrance I ever blind bought was John Varvatos Dark Rebel, a beautiful cinnamon leathery type scent made for, I'm not gonna say a bad boy, but it has a manly character. The next thing I blind bought was Salvatore Ferragamo F Black. This is a beautiful, it's a lavender bomb. It's a very nice and somewhat fresh scent, some spiciness, some creaminess in the dry down, and it gives that feeling of a strong man, as per se. The next fragrance I blind bought is one of my most treasured fragrances that I have in my collection. It just makes me feel so beautiful. Actually, Chris from Scentland mentioned this as one of his fragrances that makes him feel very luxurious. And the fragrance at hand, which has one of the most beautiful bottles I have ever seen, is Van Cleef & Arpels Midnight in Paris. This is the EDT. A beautiful, I just love spraying this on my shirt when I go to sleep. A beautiful, beautiful, powdery, leathery, buttery scent that just makes you so cozy, so not regal, but so, it's not even luxurious, but very uplifting, but not in a citrus type way. The next fragrance I blind bought was Ted Lapidus Altamir. It's basically built like Jean-Paul Gaultier's La Malle, but it's a bit more thicker, it has more depth, it's more brisk. And this is one of the fragrances that grew on me that I didn't really like at the beginning, but now I actually enjoy it quite much. The next two fragrances that I blind bought were actually my first ever fragrance, my first fragrance I purchased from Facebook, from a Facebook group. And those are Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc and Tom Ford's Café Rose. I usually love floral scents, and that's what made me buy Tom Ford's Café Rose, especially Oh, rosy type scents. So oriental, so deep, so. This makes you feel beautiful. This makes you feel. This is one of those manly floral that really makes you. It makes you look bright, bright, but through a certain type of depth. And Soleil Blanc is one of those tropical island type of scents. This is one of the most beautiful coconuts I have ever smelled in a fragrance. So natural in its own way. It has that nuance of sunscreen, which I kind of love because it always reminds me of the beach and some nice signs from childhood. The next fragrance I blind bought is Yves Saint Laurent's M7 Oud Absolu. Another beautiful, beautiful oriental fragrance. I just love this one so much. I love oud in general. I love woodiness. I love the oriental spice. And this one, even though some people might bash on it because it's not like the original M7 was when Tom Ford was in Yves Saint Laurent, but this is what I begun with, and for me, it's near to my heart, and it's beautiful. The next fragrance is my first vintage fragrance, well, a discontinued one. It is Dior's Eau Sauvage Parfum from 2012. Actually, the 2012 formulation. One of the most. It's not dated, but it is this a manly scent. A beast mode fragrance, but so beautiful. I just can't get enough of this one. Even though I'm a young person, it just takes me back to some times when my uncle, when my father were young. The next fragrance I blind bought, this one's kind of the gray zone because I only kind of like sprayed it into the air and kind of smell it in that way, but I wasn't that familiar with the scent itself, so I still consider a blind buy. It is Dior's Eau Sauvage Extrême. I did a review of this on my Instagram channel. One of the most niche smelling designers I've ever smelled. If you put this in another bottle priced at $300, just made it all fancy, you could easily sell this as a niche scent. So fresh, so clean. I have to do a spray of this one. Woody, citrusy, the streets of Rome. And the last fragrance I blind bought, what's actually the last fragrance I bought in the year of 2017 is Acqua di Parma Mira. And again, another beautiful, beautiful, sweet. It's a sweet oriental fragrance with some spice, with some woodiness. This is, imagine being chased through Cairo with Indiana Jones and smelling his scent trail while you run after him. This is it, people. I actually did this. I actually did a review of this as well, also on my Instagram channel. So if you want to check it out, you have the link down in the description. So, people, my verdict is blind buy. Do it because that's how you really get into fragrance. That is what actually makes you feel fragrance. That's what actually lets fragrance seep into you and make you one with scent. And that's what makes you one with the new world around you. Blind buying is a part of the whole journey. It's a part of fragrance. It's a part of your freaking soul. I mean, blind buying is a beautiful process. It's a beautiful journey. It's just something. It makes you feel something that you can't really explain with words until you try it yourself. Of course, if you're buying something really expensive, I do suggest that you test it out first, so you don't just like pop out a lot of cash and be really disappointed and go into a minus with money. But other than that, I don't urge you, but I say do blind buy. I say make it a part of yourself, make it a part of your journey, and just make yourself feel beautiful with that whole thing. People, this was Memory Scent, and I'll talk to you later.